Hello, and welcome to this introductory video on Oracle Linux. After watching this video, you will learn about what is a shell and the default shell for Oracle Linux, shell variables and how to customize your shell, default user initialization files, and finally we'll look at customizing initialization files. The shell is primarily a command interpreter and serves as an interface between the user and the kernel. The shell accepts the commands that a user enters, interprets these commands, and passes them to the kernel, which executes the commands. The GNU Bourne Again shell, or bash, was developed back in 1989 by Brian Fox and is the default shell for Oracle Linux. A shell provides variables to users to customize. The bash shell's default variables are: editor defines the default editor for the shell, in this case it's Vim. fcedit defines the editor for the fc command, which is used with the history mechanism for editing previously executed commands. Path specifies a colon-separated list of directories to be searched when the shell needs to find a command to be executed. ps1 specifies the primary bash shell prompt, which is the $. ps2 specifies the secondary bash command prompt, which is the greater than sign. And finally, the shell specifies the name of the shell, which is /bin/bash. Let's now customize default variable ps1. The shell prompt string is stored in the shell variable ps1, and you can customize it according to your preference. Run the echo command to see how the ps1 variable is defined. In this example, the prompt displays the user's login name /u, the system's host name /h, and the current working directory /w. To add the bash shell name to your prompt, simply add a /s like so. Running the echo command with ps1, we can see the bash shell was added to our prompt. There are many other customizations, such as adding the time, the current command number, and history number of the current command, just to name a few. For now, I'll remove the customization and return the prompt to its default. When executing a command on the command line, the shell searches the directories list in the path variable from left to right in sequence to locate the command. If the shell does not find the command in the list of directories, it displays a no file in the path error message. To ensure that commands operate smoothly, you must include the respective directory in the path variable. So let's include the projects directory in the path variable. First, run the ls command to find the script helloworld.sh. Run the echo command to see if the projects directory is in our path. It's not in our path. So let's include the projects directory in the path variable by adding it to the path variable. Verify that the projects directory was added to the path by running echo $path. As you can see, it was. Ask the shell to find the script helloworld.sh by using the which command. As you can see, the path knows where the helloworld.sh script is located because we included the projects directory in its path. When a user logs into a system, the user's work environment is determined by the initialization files. When bash is invoked, it first reads and executes commands from the /etc/profile file, if the file exists. As you can see, after running ls-al, the profile file does exist in /etc. Bash then reads and executes commands from the ~/.bash_profile, ~/.bash_login, and ~/.bashrc, which executes /etc/bashrc if it exists. Let's look at some of the default user initialization files for the bash shell. The ~/.bash_profile file is a configuration file for configuring user environments. The users can modify the default settings and add any extra configurations in it. The ~/.bash_logout file contains instructions for the logout procedure. The ~/.bashrc file is a personal initialization file for configuring the user environment. The file is defined in your home directory and can be used for modifying your working environment by setting custom cell environment variables and terminal settings and instructing the system to initiate applications. However, before the changes can be instantiated, the tilde/.bash rc file has to be reread. Let's hard code the projects directory so that the projects directory is always in our path in the future. Save and exit. There are two methods to reread the tilde/.bash rc file by either exiting the current terminal session and restarting a new terminal session, or using a bash shell built-in command called source. Let's check to see if the projects directory is again in our path. The projects directory is permanently in our path now. This concludes the video. Thank you for watching.